Hello, everybody. My name is Kuro. I am the president and the founder of the No Friends Friends Club, or NFFC for short. I just want to take a second to thank everybody for coming out today and coming out and checking out our panel. Today, we're going to be going over the information about the No Friends Friends Club. I'm going to talk to you guys about how you can join, how you can become a part of our community, and a little bit about what we do here at the No Friends Friends Club. I also want to take a second on behalf of the NFFC to thank PJKT, its staff members, and everybody who's participated in coming out to this event. This past week's been amazing. Met a lot of really great people. Ourselves personally have gained a ton of new members, which is super exciting. So just thank you so much, PJKT, for hosting this event. Again, going back to myself, I'm Kuro. I'm 20 years old, and I created the No Friends Friends Club about 3.5 years ago. The No Friends Friends Club essentially is an inclusive community that aims to provide a safe and comfortable environment for people to practice and build their social skills. How many of you guys out there struggle with social anxiety, or feel like you are that weird person in the room, or have difficulty meeting new people and making friends? I know for me personally, when I was growing up, I was a lot younger. I always found it really difficult to talk to people. I don't know what it was about me, but for some reason, I just couldn't make friends. I tried really hard, but for some reason, it was really difficult, and I didn't know what I was doing wrong. When we grow up, a lot of times we aren't really shown how to interact with people, or how we're able to have those conversations with people, or what to talk about. Do we talk about what we did that day? Do we talk about the food we like? There is no real example for us to follow. Sure, we can go to school and talk to people at school, but nobody ever comes up to us and say like, hey, maybe you shouldn't say those kinds of things, or maybe this would be a better thing to talk about. And it feels kind of strange to practice those kinds of things in an environment like school, right? If you were to be in a classroom full of your peers and you say something wrong, or you say something funny, or maybe you mispronunciate a word, doesn't that give you that kind of fear that, oh my gosh, everyone here is going to make fun of me for the rest of my life over this? I know I've gotten that moment. I know there have been times where I'm up in front of people giving a presentation in school, and I'm really super nervous because I'm afraid that they're going to judge me off of that one mistake. And socializing kind of has that fear, and it's really understandable why some of us have that difficulty interacting with people. Maybe it's just because you are shy. Maybe you're not really afraid of that. Maybe you're just shy. Maybe you're not sure if someone's going to like you. So at the NFFC, what we want to do here is provide an environment for you to feel comfortable and to feel like it's okay to make those mistakes. It's okay to say something strange, or to be awkward, or to just not be comfortable with meeting people just yet. Maybe you just want to come and attend just to see what it's like. So growing up is really difficult, and growing up alone, without peers, without friends, is even harder. I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but I didn't really have a lot of friends growing up. Going back to how it wasn't that I didn't want to have friends, right? It's just that I didn't know how to. So the impact of not having friends and the impact of not socializing is quite extensive. It creates problems in our relationships in the future. Has anybody here had an interview before? Like a job, or maybe a school or something? It's some sort of interview. That is like the embodiment of good social skills, of good manners, of understanding how to interact with somebody, how to answer a question, how to speak when information is needed from you. And some of us might struggle with those interviews. Did any of you guys with your hands up struggle with those interviews? Did any have difficult being on the spot like that? Right. It's hard. And again, there's plenty of times where we're going to be in that position outside of an interview where we're expected to know how to talk to somebody, how to formulate certain thoughts. So that impact also of having struggles with socializing creates inabilities to interact with those people and tends to ostracize ourselves. We start to not go to that party because we're kind of scared of how we're gonna meet people, how we're gonna talk to people, right? I bet you a lot of us might have missed out on some really great opportunities. Have you guys ever been invited to something by a friend, but you didn't want to go because you didn't know anybody there? You guys ever been in that position where someone's asking you to come out? Maybe someone's saying, let's go to a bar. Let's go to an arcade together. But you don't go because you're just kind of too scared to interact with people. So many people struggle with the same feelings that you guys do and the same feelings that I do. Many people with that kind of inability to socialize tend to flock to the internet, right? I don't think there's a lot of denial in us when we get onto the internet and we feel really comfortable because we're around a bunch of gamers, right? A bunch of people who like to hang out online. At the NFFC, we strive to let people be aware of that, of their social inabilities, and to proactively work at them. Think about going to like a gym, right? Or maybe you guys are working on a project. Have you guys ever been to the gym before? Anybody go to the gym? Anybody ever lift weights? Anybody ever exercise before? Maybe go on a diet? Something that takes that self-improvement. Would you say it's easier to do that when you have a partner? Or when you have a group of friends who are all doing that? Right? It's significantly easier, right? Because let's say you start slacking off a little bit. Your buddy's right there to go, hey, dude, let's go bench 150 today or something, right? They're right there to support you. At the NFFC, we do our best to make sure that we provide a great support system and an excellent way of providing as many tools as possible for you to work on your social skills. Maybe a lot of people are genuinely able to socialize, but they're just a little too shy. Some people just need to be broken out of that shell. Have you guys ever heard of like an extroverted introvert before? Anybody ever heard of that before? Someone who's really quiet when they're in the public areas, but when they're with a friend, they're yapping like crazy, right? I'm like that. If I'm with my friends, they can't get me to shut up. But when I'm in a place where I don't know a lot of people, I can get pretty scared and a little shy. So when we have our events, we really try our best to support each other and to make people feel like they're always going to be included no matter what we do. At the NFFC, we do try our best to practice our social skills in all of our events. With that mission in mind, we make sure that we surround our people who have, the people that we're surrounding ourselves with have those similar issues, so it makes it really easy to relate to one another. Think about when you guys are going to some sort of event, right? Let's say you are really into Magic the Gathering, and you're going to a card event where you're going to be, versing each other. You already know you have that one thing in common, right? What's something that everybody in here has in common right now? Anyone want to shout it out? You can shout it out. VR. What's something we have in common right here? VR? Exactly. VR chat, right? We're all on VR chat right now, right? That is instantly one thing that we have in common right now. That's instantly that one thing that we have in common. And that's something that's really underrated. A lot of times people think that they don't have something in common with each other, but there's not something they're going to be able to talk about. But I know that every single person in here that enjoys VR chat as much as I do can talk about VR chat for hours and hours and hours and hours. And isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing that we all share this one sweet thing in mind that has so much potential and so much to talk about? At the NFFC, because we have that in common, it gives us a foundation for us to be able to relate to one another, alongside our desire to grow and to become better at socializing. Turning this thing that we call social anxiety or social inabilities or awkwardness, turning into a positive by creating an environment for people to meet each other and to feel safe and comfortable. In our club, we also have distinguished members of our community, which we refer to as ambassadors. So, what is an ambassador? Well, imagine you're going to a party, right? And the party host has people that are designated to interact with you and to make you feel welcome and to make you realize that you aren't alone and that there's people there who want to interact with you. That is essentially what our ambassadors are. They are prime examples of what I and the team believes in are our social butterflies and the people who are going to make others feel like they're always going to be welcomed and included. They've demonstrated exceptional compassion and inclusion for anyone that feels nervous or left out on their first days in the club. So if you guys are considering joining the No Friends Friends Club, keep an eye out for our ambassadors throughout the meeting today and during our Q&A panel, which we're going to be having after I'm done speaking to you guys. They'll be available to answer any questions you might have about the No Friends Friends Club. You can refer to their statuses. It'll say an NFFC ambassador. So the NFFC started 3.5 years ago. It initially started with just a few of my friends. If you guys wouldn't believe it, I had about 3 or 4 of my friends coming to my own meeting. It was just me and them. And I would talk to them about my personal experiences and, how I've grown to be the person I am today. And before I know it, we're now at 1,700 members with about 300 active members and around 60 daily members. So it's pretty incredible to see the growth that we've gone through. It initially started out with me realizing that, hey, I'm going to back up just a little bit, but I used to be a streamer on Twitch. Does anybody watch any streamers online? Anyone watch any VR chat streams? I used to stream online, and I knew that the things I was saying had an impact. I knew that there was something that I could do, and I could make an influence on people. And that influence ended up being the experiences that I had as a kid and trying to find a way to make it so people wouldn't have to go through that same thing I did. And that's how the NFFC was founded. At the NFFC, we provide plenty of different environments for people to feel safe and comfortable to exercise their social skills. Alongside of our regular weekly Friday meetings, which you can refer to our board, we have additional clubs that are available for you to attend. We have a games club, which is a weekly club meeting that meets on Wednesday evenings. This is run by our ambassadors Satrix and Sephiroth. At a game that you can expect a really engaging experience throughout the entire event. As an avid VR chat player, going into public instances of games, has anybody ever gone to like a public murder before? Public Murder 4? How hard is it to find a lobby where people aren't screaming in each other's ears, or someone's not playing a really toxic avatar, and it's really hard to get the game going? What about like an Among Us instance? So you have to be hopping around to find a lobby full of people playing the game, right? At the No Friends Friends Club, we try our best to do as many games as possible, and every single time we have an awesome time, and we'll play multiple games that night. And what we're doing is we're trying our best to provide those environments and experiences that some people might not be able to experience on VR chat. As a new person, when you come to VR chat and the first thing you go to is the Black Cat, what can you expect at the Black Cat, right? So it's pretty difficult to find places to meet people that are like-minded or have the same similar traits as you. At the No Friends Friends Club, you will find that kind of environment and be able to experience those moments with other people. There are so many games that don't actually end up being touched because they've either been around for too long or people don't know about them. During those games nights and at the Games Club, we try our best to do as many games as possible throughout the instance. Having a reliable group of people to play games on VR chat is a whole side of VR chat that a lot of people don't get to experience. And we additionally also have another club called the Movie Club. The Movie Club is exactly what it sounds like. We host movies every other Tuesday night, and what we do is we have a role in the Discord where we ping people for that movie, and that's run by Edge. And Edge will pick out a few movies, and everyone will vote on it, and you'll be able to watch the movie with other members of the club. During movie nights, it just sounds like we're kind of getting together for movies, but it's actually another form of socializing. Does anybody here a mute or knows a mute? Someone who doesn't speak on VR chat? Sure, a lot of us do, right? That form of socializing is still something that is considered socializing. Even if they're not talking, they're still enjoying the presence of people around them. How many guys sometimes just like to not talk and just like to be in an environment around people? It brings you that satisfaction of, okay, I'm around other people and I'm enjoying myself. During a movie, essentially you're all able to enjoy that kind of moment where you're fixated on the movie, but still around each other. Maybe you're not speaking to each other right there in the moment, but you're actually able to still be there and enjoy each other's presence. That's a really underrated side of movies. At the No Friends Friends Club, alongside of those additional clubs, we also provide a couple programs. One of those programs is the Pen Pals program. At the NFFC, this Pen Pals program is a form of way that people can stay connected and practicing their social skills outside of VR chat. So the Pen Pal system, what we'll do is we'll create a sign-up form, which is going to just be your username, your VR chat information, kind of how long you've been playing, what kind of things you like to do on VR chat, and we'll gather a big list of them. We take into account age, time zone, interests, how long they've been at the club, and how long they've been playing VR chat for. And what we'll do is we partner that person up with somebody who fits similar criteria. And what we'll do is we'll provide basically what are called icebreakers, which is created by Verdescent7 over there, one of our ambassadors, an icebreaker system. And basically what the pen pals is a partnership between you and your pen pal. What you can do is you can take a look at these icebreakers, and they might be activities on VRChat, or there would be certain worlds to visit. And what you can do is engage in those activities with your partner. Now, this system is something that can expand just from one person. Sometimes we'll do groups of 4, groups of 3, and so on and so forth. What we're doing here, if you guys haven't noticed at the No Friends Friends Club, is that we're trying our best to provide tools for people to grow on their social skills. Everyone in here has some sort of set of social skills, and it's all about building those so that way you can reach a point where you're comfortable with interacting with strangers. Now, the Pen Pals program, going back to that, is something that we take a lot of pride in. It's a great system. It's awesome for people to be able to interact outside of VRChat, because that brings me to my next point, which is socializing isn't just about learning how to do that online, right? Everyone can agree here that an interaction in the real world is vastly different from one online, correct? But what we're doing is we're basically able to learn these things from the comfort of our home and then apply them into the real world, either at school or at your job or maybe with your family. Be able to practice those skills so that way you can build the confidence and be able to feel like you're able to talk to strangers. Now, another thing I want to talk about here is VRChat. Now, VRChat is a social game, right? At its core, our job here and what a lot of people's objectives here is to meet other people, right? A lot of people wouldn't really call it a game. Most people refer to VRChat as a social platform, correct? Now, on VRChat, there's so many amazing tools that we can use to better our social experiences. Has anybody ever been in a lobby with somebody who's made them feel uncomfortable? Maybe like they have music playing over the mic and it's really loud, or maybe they're using an avatar that's incredibly disruptive. There are some really awesome tools that we can use in VRChat that you can't use in the real world, right? If somebody in the real world is being incredibly disruptive to you, you can't just take your controller, click on them, and turn the volume down, right? That'd be sweet if we could do that. But we can't do that. And sometimes those things are what keeps us from socializing, right? Some people, including myself, don't go very far outside because I'm kind of afraid of those certain interactions with people that are going to make me uncomfortable, right? But on VRChat, because we have utilities like mutings, like blocking, like kicking people from certain worlds, we're able to control the people we interact with. That is something that we don't get to do in the real world. When you go to a restaurant, there are so many different people you can meet at a restaurant, right? Or at a bar, or at, I guess church. But if you think about it, on VRChat, utilizing all the systems they provide for us, we are able to control the kinds of environments we immerse ourselves with. If you are over the age of 21 here and you go to a drinking night, what can you expect at a drinking night? Drinking, right? People are going to be drinking at a drinking night. If you go to a game world, what are you going to expect? People playing games. If you go to a group like the Helping Hands, what can you expect there? Sign language. Notice how we are able to know the environment we're entering before we get there. Now, if you look at VRChat as a way to take advantage of those tools, the amount of growth you can do on your personality and your social life, it's amazing. There's so many great things you can do just from utilizing those tools. Now, if you're ever in a situation where you're feeling incredibly uncomfortable and you just want to get the H out of there, you can simply just leave the world. Can we do that in real life? Of course not. We could probably walk away if we want to, but there are a lot of times where we're put in those situations in real life where we can't just get up and leave. But on VRChat, if there's any moment where you're feeling uncomfortable, you can leave and you can go to another instance, or you can go back to your homeworld. And what that provides for us is that it provides the ability to keep practicing and routining ourselves and getting on and saying, okay, for today, I'm going to go around a couple public worlds for an hour, right? And isn't that incredible? Isn't that so cool how we're able to utilize VR chat to be able to go and experience those kind of interactions at the touch of our fingers? All I gotta do is click on two buttons, Steam VR, VR chat, and boom, I can meet anybody from around the world whenever I want to and talk to them whenever I want to. And isn't that incredible? We talked about experiences the other day at our meeting. We did a little meeting at the PJKT booth, which I'll be taking you guys later. But I was talking about experiences. Now, in life, the way you grow is through experiences. I'm sure we can all agree on that. If you were to go and learn baseball from a coach, that's an experience, right? And now you know to play baseball. If you were to go to learn how to swim from a coach, that's an experience. If you wanted to learn how to talk to people, you would go to a seminar about social improvements. That's an experience. Now, when you have those experiences, you are building yourself up for success because you're constantly growing, you're constantly taking in information. So even if you were just to come to one of our meetings and talk to one person and just say hi to them, that's one more person you talked to that you didn't talk to yesterday, correct? And what we're doing is we're starting to build that confidence to be able to go out and talk to people. And even if it's those small interactions day by day, we're able to grow and build and become more successful in our social lives. So if you guys are interested in joining us sometime, please join our group. You can refer to our Discord, discord.gg/nffc, where you can check out our whole page and all of our information about us. On there, you'll see our calendar, our meeting times. There's plenty of chats for you to talk in and get to know people. We have an introduction page where you can type an introduction about yourself, and there will be people who will engage with you. What we're going to do now is I'm going to have Spades drop a portal to our club room. We have our own club world, which is Quest compatible. So if you're on Quest, don't worry about it. And I'm going to talk to you guys about a typical day at the No Friends Friends Club on a Friday. All right, everybody, welcome to the No Friends Friends Club room. This is our very own club room where we start every one of our Friday meetings. We do have a plethora of meetings, but especially on our Friday meetings, we like to meet here. What we'll do when we start off the meeting is basically we'll provide about 20-ish minutes for people to mingle and interact with each other on their own time. It also provides a little bit of time for people to be able to hop into the club room. If you aren't already, please do consider joining the No Friends Friends Club group. You can just click on my profile and navigate to my groups, and you'll be able to join through there. But what we'll do is we'll drop that group plus instance, and people will come here and mingle for those 20 minutes while everyone's getting that social juice kind of flowing. After that little bit of time, we'll have everyone return back to their seats, and we'll get into usually a seminar that'll speak about certain life experiences that I've personally gone through that I can share with other people that I believe is great information for people to take in and be able to help themselves. There's also a lot of other things that we do during those Friday meetings. Sometimes it ranges from certain warm-up activities, like we'll get into groups of 2, sometimes groups of 4, and we'll do an activity. The activity can range from talking about your avatar selection and why you chose it. We'll even go to different maps where they'll pick out your favorite map and explain why it's your favorite map to your small group of 4. And things like No Time to Talk. Have you ever been to No Time to Talk before? That's one of the greatest ways of practicing socializing, in my opinion, on VR chat. Really unique thing that we have around here, which is super exciting. During those Friday meetings, we do try our best to make social growth the focus, where we'll do our best to provide as much well-backed information for you to take in that you can apply it to the next week that's coming up for you. After that seminar, and usually warm-up, we'll do a hangout, which basically will hop to a map that has a great social environment for people to interact with each other. And we'll hang out with each other and talk about our week and see how things went with each other. It's really important to have those points where people are able to interact with each other here at the NFFC, because if you're able to talk to each other and have those times, then what's the point? So for me, I think that those are great moments for you to take what you've learned at the NFFC and apply them to what you've done. Now, in our club room itself, I just wanted to show off a couple things. We have our information board, which just has a little bit of information, as well as our meeting times, our Discord that you can join through there. We have some pictures up at the top left and right. And if you notice, we have this top-down type seating. This is called the pit. So if you join our Discord, you'll see that the group chat's called the pit. and that's where we talk to each other and interact with everyone. Sometimes when we are doing lectures and stuff, we'll have different people move around the room. So if we're doing group activities, it'll be in like the corners, things like that. So it's super exciting to be able to have our own map. In the future, we are looking into getting another map done. We are trying to basically do our best to provide a really great environment where you can feel comfortable for each other to talk to. So we're gonna do a small exercise with everybody right now. I'd like for everyone to get into groups of 2. And please, if you are in the NFFC, try to find somebody who's not in the NFFC and partner up with them for me. So you guys about 2 minutes to find groups of 2, and then I'm gonna go around and just make sure everyone's got a partner, okay?
Alright, this is where we split.
Everyone just get a partner. Just get a partner. Everyone get a partner. Partner up, partner up, partner up. Partner up, everybody. Partner up. Partner up, partner up, partner up.
You're my friend now.
Ooh, let me choose.
Let's partner up.
What's wrong?
You have a partner? You don't have a partner.
I do
Ed,
not
you
have
have
a
a
partner.
We got partners. We got
So you guys got
Edge,
partners.
person to use a partner over here, if you could please.
What about you?
Who
needs a partner?
You guys looking for
Oh, need a
partners or
partner?
participating
Dan, could you partner up with
Let's
somebody
see
up here? Ace?
or? Let's see.
Okay, well, you hop out then. You're fine.
I
Stop
don't know
out.
if we got.
Took another time.
Okay, Sophie, are you looking for partners?
Partners? Great. Aaliyah?
Or are
Yeah.
you looking for someone to partner with?
You have a partner? You have a partner? Okay, okay. Does anybody not have a partner? Does anybody not have a partner?
Can you hear me?
Anybody not have a partner?
Yeah.
It keeps you from being by yourself.
Anybody not have a partner?
Hey, we got a couple.
Real
new
Reaper,
people.
why don't you come with me?
You're not by yourself.
You guys have partners? Car, can you be a partner?
Yeah.
Sophie, just hold off on for a second. I'm gonna find someone for you.
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah, I
them.
You
can
guys
be
want to be partners? Partners.
Or Diane.
Alright.
You guys want to
Here we go.
participate?
Alright.
Bunch of new
You guys are
people.
partners?
People just coming in.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
can
great.
you need a partner?
Does Virdescent
Fantastic.
7 need a partner?
Fantastic.
Crazy.
Yeah, ambassadors, it's fine if you guys don't have one. Alright,
Alright, let's go.
you guys, you still need a
I'll be
partner?
a partner.
You guys want to be
I'll be-
partners?
I'll be-
Fantastic.
I'll be partners.
Fantastic, fantastic. Alright, everyone's got a partner? What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little exercise here at the NFFC, which is called this or that. So what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna go back and forth saying 2 different objects that are related to each other. So I'll say like football or soccer. And your partner is gonna say which one they prefer. So if you said apples and oranges, your answer would be
This or that.
oranges, apples, yeah, whatever.
Washing
It'll be one of those.
machine.
Sure. And the objective is to do it as fast as you can. I'm gonna give you guys 3 minutes. You gotta do it as fast as you can. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
I'm a little specific.
I don't need
Missouri.
What did you say? Yeah, I guess we're just gonna start with the random thing.
Pepsi.
I don't know. X.
Washing machine.
Yeah, washing machine. Okay, let's just start with washing machine.
Washing machine or dryer?
You ready to go out or you ready to go?
Your mic is coming out so hard. Thanks for coming. It's good to see you.
Pancakes or waffles? Waffle or waffle? I gotta go with waffles.
Burgers.
I think we've already done this.
Okay, boats or planes?
So is it, wait, you said washing machine or dryer? Okay, I'll take washing machine.
Planes? Okay.
Or buying
I have to say,
Let's go food.
do I have to say something related to this too?
Yeah, this is the.
I think so.
Looks like they crashed. I'll be your partner now.
Oh,
I
this
will be
one-
your partner. You ready? You ready?
I see.
Steak or
Too
chicken?
scared to go at public.
Okay.
Why?
Uh,
Why do you like chicken more than steak?
Alright,
You like dry?
Video
I'm trying
games.
to think. I don't know.
You like juicy more?
let's go.
Coffee or
Blue or
tea?
green?
Do you like Pepsi or Coke?
Cats, because they're evil. Alright, let's go ahead. Go ahead. Very good to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. for.
Sixing someone together. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Okay. I said Pepsi or Coke.
All right, guys, one more minute, everybody, one more minute,
Damn.
one more minute, one more minute.
Can we change up the subject?
One more minute, guys. One more minute.
No,
one more
no,
minute.
no.
One minute.
Broccoli or asparagus?
One more minute, guys.
Like they have
Hiking.
Small.
It's just one
Asparagus? Cool.
I don't like it. Well, I like to eat carrot, but not flavoured carrot. I got another one.
Ooh. I'll take oranges.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Is it ketchup or mustard?
Or discovering a
Alright,
community.
then.
1 minute.
Ooh,
I got
spice.
some.
Ice cream.
Alright,
All right, everyone return back to your seats. Everyone return back to your seats.
Worcester cheddar.
Let's go.
Return back to your seats, everybody. Return back to your seats. Everyone back to your seats. Back to your seats, guys. Back to your seats, everyone.
This was fun.
Thanks for participating, guys. Back to your seats.
Damn.
Thanks for participating, guys. All right. So, how was that? You guys like that? Everyone enjoy it? Everyone enjoy engaging with somebody?
Yeah, someone stole that washing machine.
All right. So if you think about what you just did, you just engaged in conversation with hopefully a complete stranger, where you shared certain things about yourself which you might not have known about them, or they didn't know about you moments ago. That is something you can check off on your list for the day, is interacting with somebody, sharing something about myself, finding out more about another person. These are all check marks that you might not have filled out prior to today, correct? Isn't that really exciting about how you're able to have those engagements whenever you want on VR chat? I mentioned earlier about how VR chat is a tool for a lot of us. Now, we could provide all of these resources for you. We could sit there right next to you and even say, hey, talk to this person. They have exactly every single thing you have in common together. Every single thing you have in common together. There's nothing to worry about. They're going to be your best friend. You guys will be best friends forever. You're going to talk about every single life together. They're going to be your best man at your wedding or your bridesmaid, maid of honor. If you think about that, that's super exciting, right? That'd be super cool if you told me I could have a best friend in the blink of an eye. The only thing that's stopping you, though, is yourself. In order for you to grow socially and to build social skills, you have to go out there and try for yourself. The world is really scary. I know. I totally understand. There's a lot of really scary people out there, and there's a lot of really scary situations that we're going to get put in. Sometimes you might be asked to dump your entire life story right on the spot, and you're going to have to say no sometimes, and you're going to have to tell people that you're not ready, and you're going to have to say, I'm feeling uncomfortable, and you're going to have to walk away from certain situations. But that's all a part of life. It's all part of what it means to be human and what it means to engage with other people. That's something that everyone who socializes goes through and experiences. Now, with that being said, if you aren't willing to make those attempts at life and to do those things and to take those experiences into account and to come to the NFFC and to meet a stranger and to tell a stranger you prefer mustard over ketchup, which is kind of weird, that's something that you're only holding yourself back to. So it's really important for you to think about your social life and say, have I really put in effort to be better at socializing? Have I really had that moment with somebody and talked to them for the first time? I'll tell you guys one thing right now. You coming to the NFFC information meeting is already a massive step because you're proving to yourself and to everybody in this room that you care about your social life and you want to have a social life and you're willing to try something brand new like coming to our meeting and getting to know other people. So you should be really, really, really proud of yourself. Thank you so much for coming to our panel and to our information meeting. What we're going to do now is we're going to venture over to our booth at the at PJKT, where we're going to station our ambassadors there to answer any questions you guys might have. I will also be there if you want to ask me any questions personally about the No Friends Friends Club or inquire about anything that we do around here. I highly encourage you guys to stick around and get to know each other. You might find that you have a lot more in common with other people that you didn't know about. So I'm going to ask for Spades to drop another portal to the PJKT world. We'll talk briefly there just for a second. I'll talk about some additional information about the club, and then we'll do a Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed the club room, by the way. Thanks for checking it out. Make sure to pick up your garbage if you guys left anything behind. I don't want to see any cups or, you know, receipts on the ground.
Garbage.
Wait a second.
What?
Alright, so this is our booth. This was put together by Satrix, Edge, Aaliyah, and KitKat, along with one of our mutual 3D designers. You'll find that on our booth we have a little bit of information for you, just about the rundown of the club, as well as our Discord link and our group link that you can join. Over here are just some pictures of some of the events that we host. An event that I forgot to mention to you guys, which happens once every month, which is the last Friday of every month. We like to host special events on that last Friday. So instead of it being one of those sit down and listen to a seminar, what we want to do is create a really engaging experience as a way to celebrate each other and what we've done that month. So this event can range from a talent show to scavenger hunts to what's happening at the end of this month, which is a summer bash. At our summer bash, we're trying to have some live music being performed, which is going to be put together by Edge, which will be really awesome. So if that sounds like a lot of fun, you can partake in that by joining the No Friends Friends Club. I want to touch a little bit on the scavenger hunt event. That's something pretty unique that we do here at the No Friends Friends Club. It's something I pride our club in. It basically, have you guys ever seen The Amazing Race before, where they're going around doing all these tasks? That's essentially what we like to do here in VR chat. We'll have a bunch of lists of tasks to fulfill that are going to range from different worlds and different areas to grabbing certain things to identifying something. And basically, you get together in a group of 5 and you fulfill this big list of tasks. It's super fun. We get nothing but positive feedback on that. There's also a system that we've started called the club system, which is basically a way for people within our club to form their own clubs. So if someone's really interested in photography, for example, what we're having is a process which allows people to formulate that club within the No Friends Friends Club. So if Verdescent was really into photography, he could approach us and say, hey, I'm really interested in making a photography club. We would set them up with a way to host their own events inside of the No Friends Friends Club. This not only is a great opportunity for people to engage with more activities with each other, but also a way for you to apply what you've learned at the No Friends Friends Club, or to take that risk of trying to run something yourself. It's really, really exciting, and I'm really excited to get that started. It's in its very early stages, so we're hopefully having that together within the next week or so. We also have a Minecraft server, which is run by Verdescent 7. That Minecraft server, again, is going to be up within the next week or so. We have had the Minecraft server in the past, but this time around, it's going to be really, really exciting. A lot of work has been put into it, and we're really excited to reveal it to you guys as well. So I'm going to allow you guys to speak to any of our ambassadors. Again, ambassador, if you guys could just raise your hands. They all have NFFC ambassador in their name. If you guys have any questions, we'll be here for about the next hour or so, just hanging out at the booth. And I just, again, want to thank PJKT, all of their staff members for coming out and running this whole event. It's been super exciting to get to know you guys and to meet other people. I want to thank every single club or group that's also attended PJKT. Everyone coming together is a really beautiful thing, and I think it's something we should all pride ourselves in. Something like this just doesn't exist anywhere on the internet, so we should really be proud of what we've accomplished here as a community. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for coming to our panel. Again, we'll be here for the next hour or so to answer any questions you guys might have. Thank you again. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was amazing, Kuro!
Oh my god, that was awesome!
Shout out No Friends Friends Club.
No friends for life.
Alright, so what?
Your highest